Later, after lots of banging about in the kitchen, the royal chef wheeled out an enormous cake. It was covered in purple jelly and stuffed full of peanuts. I made my very special peanut butter jelly cake just for you, Princess, said the royal chef, puffing out his chest proudly. Princess Avery thought the cake looked horrible. It didn't have any strawberries in it at all. She gave it a little poke, and with a big squish, a blob of purple jelly came squelching from the cake and splattered right onto Princess Avery's face. That evening, the king and the queen were holding a grand feast, and everyone was busy preparing for the guests to arrive. The royal seamstress even made Princess Avery a special dress to wear. When the queen brought it to her bedroom, Avery just cried, "There won't be any strawberries at the feast, so I'm not going." When she reached the bottom of the grand staircase, Princess Avery peeked into the dining room. She saw the queen's guests laughing and saying how delicious the food tasted. She hid behind the wall, the yummy smells becoming so strong, Avery's mouth started to water. Love you. Avery wanted to get a better look at the dishes that the guests were eating. Why does everything smell so tasty when there isn't strawberry in sight? She wondered. Quietly, the princess crept into the dining room. Before anybody noticed, she crawled underneath the table to hide. Princess Avery peeked over the dining table and couldn't believe how many unusual things she could see. Everything looked amazing. Sneakily, Avery snatched a bowl of blueberries, chocolate cupcakes, a few sandwiches, and a hot dog, then scrambled back under the table. First, Princess Avery decided to try a gooey chocolate cupcake. She took a small bite and couldn't believe how scrummy the chocolate icing was. After gobbling down the rest of the cupcake, Avery nibbled her way through a crunchy cucumber sandwich, which was very tasty too. Next, Avery ate an extra saucy hot dog dripping with mustard and tomato sauce. Smudge was enjoying the food from the feast too. He had just munched his way through a juicy peach when Princess Avery grabbed a handful of plump berries from the bowl. Wondering exactly what they were, she popped a berry to her mouth. "Wow!" cried Avery, "that's even yummier than a strawberry!" Princess Avery realized that she had spoken loudly and everyone must have heard her. "Who's under the table?" said one of the guests, sounding puzzled. The king lifted the tablecloth and saw Avery underneath, with blueberry juice all around her mouth. "What on earth are you hiding under the table for?" asked the queen. Feeling embarrassed, Princess Avery told the queen how hungry she had been and how much she liked the blueberries. "They're delicious," she said. "I'm sorry not trying the food you brought me earlier." The next day, Princess Avery couldn't wait till dinner time. The royal chef whipped up a lovely dish that Avery refused before, plus extra special treats. There was a blueberry tart, blueberry pie, blueberry sundae. "Oh, thank you," Avery said. "I'm glad the birds ate my strawberry," Princess Avery told the king and queen. "Otherwise, I would have never tried blueberries, peaches, or any of the yummy things I've eaten since yesterday."